I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah, man. The thing I love about my spiritual journey is I had to do it solo, and I was forced to do it solo because I was hard headed about what I was supposed to do, and I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I kept avoiding it to the point where God put me up against a wall, basically. When, and I know I keep talking about this a lot, but I talk about it because it's a serious turning point in my life. When I was forced to have that surgery back in 2017, I think, that's what started the journey for me, and I wasn't aware of it. But it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It's like when it first happened to me, I hated it because it took me away from what I thought I was being. But the truth is, I had no idea that that would be the best thing that ever happened to me. Because without that happening, I may have never met you guys, or I may have never been through what I've been through to find out that I'm a spiritualist. So that's the first thing I'm thankful for. It's the greatest thing that ever happened to me because it made me realize that I love life. It made me realize that I still have that fire. I still have that passion. I still have that desire. And the spiritual journey just basically changed me as a man. It made me more confident. It made me more comfortable being in my own space and just saying what I need to say and living life my own way. It's like I rubbed a lot of people the wrong way sometimes. I've gotten a lot of heartbreak and I've had a lot of growing up to do. I had to learn how to be a grown man. I had to learn how to be in a relationship. I had to learn how to value people the right way. I had to learn how to be alone because I never knew how to be alone. Till the spiritual journey came and it forced me to be alone. It forced me to look at my immaturity, such as trying to control, trying to have things my way, being immature, shutting down when I can't get my way, not talking, just trying to force people to see things my way. Those are all negative traits I used to have. I tried to force people to see things my way because I could see the greatness in them, but they couldn't see the greatness in them, and I wanted everybody to see it. But one thing I had to grow to understand is people gonna be who they are. You can't change them, so you have to accept them for who they are. Or if you can't, and their life too toxic, you have to let them go, and you have to be okay that you couldn't save them. That was one of the biggest lessons I had to learn. Once I cut those things off and I stopped thinking that way, my life got better and I stopped trying to control and make everything the way I thought I wanted it and let God make it the way it was actually supposed to be. My life went a hell of a lot smooth and it's going a hell of a lot better. But one of the things that being in the solo spiritual journey personally is a different experience because it's just you by yourself. Ain't nobody there to talk to. Ain't nobody there to go through them visions with you. Ain't nobody there to go through them emotions with you. You just have to go through 'em. And I didn't like trying to explain it because explaining it to other people that don't get it, they might think you crazy. But surprisingly, my family was open to it, and I just started letting them know things I've always felt over the years, and they started letting me know that they felt the same way too. And I was like, I'm over here stressing out for all these years when I could have been telling y'all what I was feeling the whole time. It's like I just learned to accept my feelings and I learned to accept who I truly was and am. That's what the spiritual journey taught me too. It taught me to treat, it taught me to accept who I used to be and accept who I'm going into. That's why I say accept who I was and accept who I am and accept who I'm still growing into. It put my whole life together because I ran from my past. I was kind of stuck in the present, and I didn't know where I was going for the future. Now I understand my past and accept my past. I understand my present and accept my present. And I understand and am excited for my future. I'm open to wherever life wants to bring me in the future. But my life is connected. I understand everything I ever was. I understand where I am now. And I understand where I'm going. And where I am now is I'm in a place where I'm at peace with everything that happened in my life. I'm at the place where I know I'm gonna stand in my power and keep being me and just keep being confident in it. Being confident in my voice, being confident in my opinion, being confident in standing in my power and just enjoying life for what it's gonna be and just being the best version of me that I can be every day and continuing to do the things that make me happy and just continuing to grow on the journey, continuing to see what test God gonna bring to me next that I got to pass to continue this journey. It really just the spiritual journey in whole really just connected my whole life for me. From the things that hurt me from when I was a kid to the things that hurt me from when I was a teenager to the things that I had to still grow through as a grown man. I had a lot of past trauma I had to get through. And once I got through all that, I just feel good now. I feel like my life is aligned right where it's supposed to be. And I'm doing my job and I'm standing in my power. And I master my powers because that solo journey, boy, for people that had to do the solo journey, it's a really tough thing because it's going to take you through everything. And like I said, you ain't got no help. So you got to figure it out. You got to own it. You got to change it. And you got to do it all yourself. And like, I'm proud of myself, but I'm also shocked at myself because I've admitted things over the last few years that I never thought I would admit. I thought my pride would get in the way. I never thought I would admit that I was controlling, that I used to shut down, that I used to be immature when I was younger, that I used to think the wrong way, that I used to move the wrong way and act the wrong way. But I own all of that now. Yeah, that was me then, but this is me now. And I love who I am now because I can own up to anything, whether it's back then, presently, or in the future. And I'm still growing. It's still an amazing process. It's not over, it's just the beginning. I got a lot more still to experience. I got a lot more still to grow through. I got a lot more still to develop. But overall, I just accept everything about myself. And I'm not running from anything anymore. I'm just living life every day, enjoying life from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. And I'm excited just to see where spirit is going to push me in the future, what I'm going to have to go through, where I'm going to have to go, what life gonna pop up on me next. It's like reading a good book that you can't put down. That's what spirituality is to me. And I just want to see what's next. I'm excited for the next challenge, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, though.